In the last session, we have learned about different nutrients which we require for different functions in our body. Now, we will understand about deficiency diseases, that is, the diseases which is caused due to the deficiency of these nutrients. I would like to remind you that our country is facing two problems: malnutrition and overnutrition. Malnutrition is the lack of nutrients in our food, and overnutrition is the availability of over nutrients in our food. The first one causes because of lack of money, lack of purchasing power, or lack of knowledge, and the second one causes only because of lack of knowledge. People are eating more and getting many lifestyle related diseases. We will discuss about that later. Here we will limit our discussion about malnutrition, that is the deficiency of nutrients in our food. So deficiency diseases can be broadly divided into three groups, that is protein calorie malnutrition, vitamin deficiency diseases, and mineral deficiency diseases. So let's understand these one by one. Protein calorie malnutrition. This malnutrition is due to lack of protein or carbohydrate, or both of them, that is protein and carbohydrate both are less in the diet, or imbalance between the two, that is carbohydrate intake is more than the protein intake, and the former condition leads to the deficiency diseases known as the nutritional marasmus, and the later condition give rise to Kwashiorkor, that is another disease. That is, if there is lack of protein or carbohydrate or both, the child may get nutritional marasmus, and if there is imbalance between the two, then the child may get Kwashiorkor. So this is the picture of a child affected by Kwashiorkor. You can see protuberant belly, they have itchy flesh, and they have wound healing is slow. If there is any wound, the healing will be slow. The next disease is marasmus, and you can see from the picture there will be prominent bones will be visible. There is a decrease in subcutaneous fat, that is the fat under the skin will be very less, and the skin will be loose. So these are the characteristics of these two diseases. Now let's understand about the vitamins deficiency diseases. Now let's first take the fat soluble vitamin, which is vitamin A, D, E and K. That is the inability to see clearly at night. A person with night blindness will see something like this, a traffic, where the picture is not clear. Deficiency of vitamin A also results in rough skin and mucous membranes, infection of mucous membranes, drying of the eyes, impaired growth of bones and tooth enamel. Now coming to vitamin D deficiency, in children it causes rickets. Rickets appears like this. The left side picture is the normal legs, and this leg is the right side picture is affected with rickets, that is you can see the bending of the bone. Vitamin D deficiency also results in stunted bone growth, bowed legs, malformed teeth, protruding abdomen, and in adult osteomalacia, which is softening of the bones leading to shortening and fractures, muscle spasms and twitching. Vitamin E deficiency causes prolonged impairment of fat absorption. We all know that how important fat is for our body, and it has many vital functions which fat carries out in our body. So vitamin E deficiency leads to prolonged impairment of fat absorption. Vitamin K deficiency, it can cause hemorrhage, especially in newborn infants. Now let's see the deficiency of vitamin B complex and vitamin C. Vitamin B complex is a complex of vitamins like vitamin B1, B2, B3. Now let's see one by one. Lack of vitamin B1 causes beriberi. I will show you the picture of beriberi. You can see raised red spots in your palm of your hands. So these are the symptoms of beriberi. Apart from that, it causes mental confusion, muscular weakness, swelling of the heart and leg cramps. Vitamin B2, known as riboflavin, it causes skin disorders, especially around nose and lips, cracks at corners of mouth, sensitivity of eyes to light. So when light is there, the person he closes his eyes because of the sensitivity of eyes to light. Then the deficiency of vitamin B3 niacin, it causes pellagra. This is the picture of a person affected with pellagra. You see his skin condition. Vitamin 3 deficiency also causes other skin disorders, diarrhea, mental confusion, irritability, mouth swelling and smooth tongue. Vitamin C deficiency, also known as deficiency of ascorbic acid, it is scurvy, bleeding gums, degenerating muscles, wounds that don't heal, loose teeth, brown, dry, rough skin. Early symptoms include loss of appetite, irritability and weight loss. I will show you the picture of scurvy, which was very prevalent in early 20th century. This is scurvy. Now let's see the deficiency diseases caused by the lack of minerals. We have macro minerals which are required in little higher quantity and micro minerals which are required in very less quantity. Now let's see the deficiency of macro minerals. They are calcium. Deficiency of calcium leads to distorted bone growth in children like rickets, in adults loss of bone like osteoporosis, and increased susceptibility to fractures. Lack of phosphorus, it gives you weakness, loss of appetite, you don't like eating anything, malaise, bone pain, dietary shortages uncommon, but prolonged use of antacids can cause deficiency. Magnesium, deficiency of magnesium causes muscular twitching and tremors, irregular heartbeat, insomnia, lack of sleep, muscle weakness, leg and foot cramps and shaky hands. And lack of potassium leads to abnormal heart rhythm, muscular weakness, lethargy, kidney and lung failure. And lack of chlorine leads to disturbed acid-base balance in body, which is very rare. Now let's see about the lack of trace minerals. Lack of iron causes anemia with fatigue, weakness, pallor and shortness of breath. Lack of zinc gives you delayed wound healing, diminished taste and sensation, loss of appetite, and in children failure to grow and mature sexually, prenatally abnormal brain development. Lack of iodine causes goiter. In newborns, cretinism, retarded growth, protruding abdomen, swollen features. And lack of fluorine causes excessive dental decay, possibly osteoporosis. So these are the deficiency diseases which we can get if we lack these nutrients. So you understand how important nutrients are to us, starting from carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. So our food choice is very important. Balanced diet is very important. So you can go to my book, refer my book and find out the sources of food which gives you these nutrients, like the sources of iron, zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B. What are the food sources? So that will help you to food in your diet and to avoid deficiency diseases. Thank you very much for listening to me.